Hi guys, this is Juan from OGMA, and today I'm going to show you how to install the OAG without a filter wheel. Instead of a filter wheel, we're going to be using an adapter that comes with the OAG, and we're going to use our own filter, the one that comes with the camera, inside the zero light leak filter holder. I'm getting everything ready to start. Here we have the screws that come with the OAG. And I'm going to start by detaching the front plate using this really cool electric screwdriver. Here, moving away the screws. You have to save those. And I'm pulling the screws that come with the OAG. This is the adapter that we're going to be using in place of the filter wheel attached to the camera. And you should be very careful when you're inserting the screws here, because if they fall, they will hit the glass window that protects the sensor of the camera. And even though it's very unlikely that it will break that window, it could make a little mark or something like that, and you don't want that. So don't do it the way that I'm doing it. Put your camera horizontal on the table when you're doing this. I'm doing it this way because I have to film, and I don't have another way of setting up the camera. Perhaps there is another way, but I was too lazy to try another way. I'm securing the adapter to the camera with the 6 long screws. Making sure that everything is snug. And now I'm ready to connect the OAG to the adapter. I'm going to make sure that the prism will be on the top side of the camera. The top side is the one where the big screw is located, the big screw that I just pointed at. Here's where you really need to be careful with those screws, making sure that they won't fall on your protective window. This is how you should do it. You see how the cell that holds the prism can move up and down, and you're going to have to find the right position by trial and error. Unfortunately, it depends on the type of camera that you have and how much back focus your guide camera is going to have. But generally, you need to make sure that the prism is not obstructing the light path of the main sensor, or light path of to the sensor of the main camera. So if you place it right above the edge of the sensor of your main camera, you should be fine, because you have some room above to move your guiding camera up and down to be able to reach focus. Here I have the zero light leak filter holder that comes with OGMA cameras, and I'm going to connect it to the OAG. The problem here is that the diameter of the thread, the diameter and the thread doesn't match, so I have to use an adapter that comes with the camera. This is, I believe, M42 to M48. Yes, correct, M42 to M48. It's now attached to the zero light leak filter holder, and now I'm attaching both of them to the OAG. I'm going to be using one of OGMA's filters, the UV IR filter, because OGMA cameras always come with a protective window, anti-reflective window, and we always have to use some type of filter. Ideally, you don't want to set the filter this far from the sensor, but in this case, this is how we can set it up. If you have a filter wheel, your filters will be closer to the sensor of the main camera. I have the guiding camera on the top, and I have now pretty much everything ready to connect to a telescope. So this is one way of installing it when you don't have a filter wheel and you need to use a filter. You should know that with this configuration, you're probably going to be using already more than 55 millimeters of back focus. So if you really need to use 55 millimeters of back focus, you are going to have to use a filter wheel instead of the adapter. This is how it looks connected to my telescope. I'm not using a focal reducer or anything like that, so I have room to move my focuser and reach the proper back focus. And this is it. Thank you for watching.